Have you ever considered how deeply global events shape the destinies of entire continents, altering economies and societies for centuries? Sometimes, what seems like trade can actually become a profound disruption, leaving behind lasting scars. The transatlantic slave trade inflicted catastrophic and long-lasting economic damage on Africa, severely hindering its development for centuries. It systematically extracted millions of productive individuals, dismantled flourishing societies, and fundamentally distorted economic structures across the continent. The core mechanism of this devastation was the forced removal of a massive labor force. Between the 16th and 19th centuries, an estimated 12.5 million Africans were forcibly transported across the Atlantic. This was not just a loss of population. It was a loss of young, healthy, and economically active people, who were the very foundation of agricultural production, craft industries, and community building. Their absence created a demographic catastrophe, leading to labor shortages, declining productivity, and a severe reduction in human capital. Furthermore, the slave trade fueled internal conflicts and instability. European powers often traded firearms for enslaved people, incentivizing wars and raids among African states. This created a climate of constant fear and insecurity, making long-term economic planning, investment, and infrastructure development nearly impossible. Existing trade routes were disrupted, and the focus shifted from productive activities to capturing and selling people, profoundly altering economic priorities. Additionally, the slave trade led to a significant deindustrialization in many African regions. Instead of developing their own industries and finished goods, many societies became primarily suppliers of raw human labor. This stunted the growth of local manufacturing, undermined indigenous craft skills, and created a dependency on European goods, which were often exchanged for enslaved individuals. This exchange prevented the natural progression towards more complex and diversified economies. Ultimately, the economic impact of the slave trade was a massive setback for Africa, creating conditions that contributed to its relative economic disadvantage even long after abolition. Understanding this historical context helps us grasp the deep roots of global inequalities and the enduring resilience required for African nations to rebuild and thrive.
If you're into this, like, subscribe, and drop a comment.